Good evening, this is Atmospheric Alex here, and welcome to a severe weather outlook and discussion forecasting video for today. This did actually come up really quickly, and I did not expect to be doing a video on this. We have seen significant uptrends with our severe weather event going on later into this evening, and a couple of tornadoes are actually becoming a lot more likely across portions of Middle Tennessee. Could we even see one or two across East Tennessee as well? Only time will tell, but ingredients are becoming a lot more favorable than originally forecasted, so we're going to have to watch. So we are going to start off the video with our HRRR sub-hourly model here. You can see a lot of storms do push through Nashville, though I do think this model is running a bit behind. It shows it moving through around an hour from now. Well, we're already seeing storms south of Nashville, so that is something to really note. And at the end of the video, I'll actually go over some detailed analysis on how some of these storms are behaving. You could see it pushing through Gallatin here, through Cookeville, through Crossville, Harriman. You could see all these storms form into a gigantic line just like this. This is where your damaging wind threat is really going to begin setting up shop here around 4 hours from now. As we continue on through here with our timing, you could see definitely going to be talking about a line of very damaging winds pushing on through Knoxville here, Lenoir City, Oak Ridge, Maryville, all through those areas, Jefferson City, Strawberry Plains. I'm trying to mention as many areas as possible. Morristown, again, this is kind of turning into an urgent local forecast discussion here, and you could see this continues on through, moving in around 6 to around 7 hours from now. Definitely talking about our damaging wind risk pushing on through, something to watch out for. Spring City, Sweetwater, Tennessee, Greenback, Maryville, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Newport. Basically everyone under the line of fire here for severe weather going later into this evening here. And yeah, you can see it continuing to move on through, not weakening all that much, even on approach to the mountains. So something we're going to have to really watch out for. Definitely going to be quite the situation unfolding for all my friends and family out there. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at our significant tornado parameter values here, and you can see there are definitely going to be some elevated values once these get just around or just past Nashville here. Values of around a 3, so tornadoes are definitely going to be possible, if not even likely, with some of these discrete supercellular structures that I'm going to show you all in just a minute that are ongoing. You can see as we continue through time, whoa, actually a bit of an uptrend here, even from the last model run. That is definitely something to watch out for. We could maybe see a stronger tornado being possible, but not a forecast. Okay, let's not get too aggressive here. But in this type of environment, I have seen stuff like this overperform a lot before in the past. And you could definitely see still some significant tornado parameter values moving through East Tennessee, like Knoxville here and that surrounding area. So we could definitely be talking about, again, across East Tennessee, damaging winds, maybe some hail, and even a tornado risk as well will be present between, it appears, around 8 to 11 p.m. tonight. So if you have weather radios, you may want to turn them on and even turn on your emergency alerts on your phone, just in case you do have a tornado warning. And I'm pretty much talking about everyone mainly to the west or maybe just to the north of Sevier County here. To see any tornadic activity in the heart of Sevier County is highly unlikely, but suppose you should keep an eye on it as well. And one more product we're going to look at here is our sustained winds here from your thunderstorms. We can't look at wind gusts because weather-wise, for some reason, did not incorporate that just yet. I'm not entirely sure why. But we're seeing this here. Our line of storms pushing up through Morristown. Let's take a look. We are talking about sustained winds of 30 miles an hour with gusts possibly upwards of 50 to 60 miles an hour along your line. So we could be talking about maybe some isolated power outages. Some branches may come crashing down. Maybe a couple trees may come down as well. So this is definitely going to be a little bit of a significant event tonight for you all in East Tennessee, and definitely a surprise. We were not expecting this this to happen, at least to this magnitude. Now, on the topic of severe weather, I did want to talk about a pretty vigorous looking supercell that's currently pushing through the LaVerge and the Nolensville area here, just to the south of Nashville. You can see it looks quite well defined here on radar. Some structural issues are beginning to attack it here. New severe thunderstorm warning for Murfreesboro there just got issued as well. But you could definitely see, and if we take a look at this a few scans ago as I let the data load, we are talking about a much more substantial supercell here. Look at that hook. Oh my goodness. We are talking about a very, very strong RFD right here. Some of your very intense inflow coming in like this. So definitely a very textbook supercell that was visible not long ago. Quite impressive. As we take a look at our velocity tool here, basically our winds, you could see your green colors moving towards the radar, red colors moving away. You can assume that right between the two is where your tightest area of rotation was, and a tornado may have tried to form there as well. So this is a very good example of what could possibly be happening, throughout the rest of the evening and even into the overnight hours. And again, as we look right now, I would like to note this is all starting to cluster up into one big gigantic mess. So that is some good news. We still could see some supercellular structures in there. And then we're also seeing more thunderstorms developing along the plateau and moving in this general direction as well. And by the way, all the yellow areas you see on your screen, that is actually a tornado watch. Yeah, they actually issued that despite this only being a slight to a marginal risk. So definitely a tornado risk out there here this evening. Now, just one last thing here. I was thinking about doing a double header upload maybe on some space weather stuff, but data isn't looking too good for tonight and not even tomorrow night either. We need things to improve, right? Speaking of which, I did actually get to see the Northern Lights the other night, and it was just about as crazy as you would have expected. There is your red pinkish glow right within there. You can actually kind of see it. This is more of a pillar structure extending high into the sky. And actually, before I took a photo of it, I actually saw it dancing around, kind of jiggling like jelly, if you will. It was very, very bizarre. Quite a surreal experience I did not expect to see the other night. So yeah, quite some awesome stuff there for sure. Space weather could continue delivering over the next week. If things change, I will have a very detailed upload out about that as soon as possible. And with that said, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't accidentally activate the wrong overlays on the side screen. If I did, I really apologize. I was rushing through this because there's current data that needs to get out to a lot of people here really fast, so I'm going to cut this short. All right, feel free to like the video, subscribe to my little corner of the weather community, share with friends, family on social media as well, and you all have a wonderful evening and stay very weather aware out there.